Right. Thank you, Grace and Adam, for taking the time to meet up with me today. Really appreciate it. So I have a few questions. How was your life before you became Muslim?
I feel I'm so lost. I just feel that I don't have any purpose in my life. Every day I just do what everyone is doing. Just wake up, go to work, and then go home, and that's it. Something is missing. Something very big thing in my life is missing. I just couldn't find the answer until I get to know about Islam.
Assalamualaikum. Before I become Muslim, actually I was born in a Catholic family, so I was very active in the church. So I grew up in the church. I have the spiritual part of that. However, being a Christian, there was one burning question, which is how can Jesus be God when he's a human being?
How did you discover Islam?
I actually met up with my client for the first time, and then when he passed me his name card, his name is Brian Muhammad. After the meeting, I asked him a question like, so do you actually stop eating pork and drink alcohol and things like that? Then he asked me that, why would you like to know? Then I said that I think because normally people became Muslim because of marriage. He was laughing, and then he showed me the wife pictures, and then I look at the wife picture and it's like, your wife does not look Malay. And then he told me that my wife is a Chinese, and I'm like, okay, how can that be? So both of us embrace Islam. So I'm like, if my jaw can drop to the floor, it will drop to the floor. It's like, you must be a crazy couple, and I think everyone is thinking both of us are crazy couple nowadays. And they know that we are both embrace Islam by our own will. He dakwah to me, he talked to me about Tawheed, in one God, which actually this is a question that I've been asking throughout my life. As a Taoist myself, we pray to many different idols, except Allah, I would say. And I learned more about the Creator, which is Allah, and I know that this is something that I should really learn more about.
How do you learn more about Islam from then on?
He actually invited me to attend classes at Al-Qadim. When I go to Al-Qadim, my intention is to find fault. Seriously, I don't think that Islam should be the one, When I go to Al-Qadim, I have a mission that I want to make Ustad life difficult. So I ask a lot of questions, like, why cannot touch a dog, why the man can marry 4 wives. But whenever Ustad explained to me all these things, the answers seriously amaze me. I just like, oh, this is something that really from God. It cannot be from a human. The more I ask, the more I fight about it, the more I feel that I'm nearer to the truth. Yeah. So after 3 months, I think in this struggle, I actually know that I'm already a Muslim in my heart. And after 6 months, then I said my Shahada.
For me, it was at work that there was a project that we had to do this project in 24 hours. So I was assigned as the night shift, the technical representative, and I was talking to the night shift of the operation representative. So we were talking during break. So I was asking him about Islam, because I used to discuss religion with others, so that I can introduce Christianity to others. So as I was talking to these colleagues of mine, I asked him about Islam. So I asked him a lot of questions, and then I remember he couldn't give me answers. So I said, okay, now I got him. Then he said, but he didn't give up on me. He told me, you asked very good questions, but I don't know the answer. But what I can tell you is, tomorrow, if you don't mind, I can bring you some CDs, so you can watch the CD and find the answers yourself. So I said, okay, fine. So then come tomorrow, I went to see him, with confidence. So where's the CD? Where's the CD you were talking about? And then It's not like he was the one who came to me. So I went to see him. Where was the CD? Give me the CD. So he said, oh, okay. He did find bring along the CDs, and he gave it to me. So as I took the CD, I found out, this is Ahmad Deedat, the debate between Ahmad Deedat and Pastor. And the title of the debate was Jesus Crucified. So I went back after the project is finished. So I went back to my home. I started watching the CD. The whole debate was very interesting. So after watching the whole debate, I got very angry. I asked myself, how can a Muslim stand in front of everyone using Bible to convince the Christians that Jesus were not crucified? He did not even use the Quran, he was using the Bible. I got even more anxious. I said, how can all this while, the religion that I have embraced and really believed in, how come now there are so many loopholes? So I start digging into more, and I found out that so Jesus even mentioned about the coming of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I said, how can that be? And I also found another book that written by a revert also. Now he become a scholar. So he wrote the book. There was 2 volumes of book that he actually looked at all the spiritual books, all the so-called holy scriptures in all other religions, the Buddhism, the Hinduism, all their books. He actually found out each of the scriptures, all of the major religions, the scriptures actually mention the coming of Muhammad. I bought the book and I read the book, and I was even more convinced that Muhammad must be the final messenger. Finally struck me, and I said, I finally found myself being cornered. And I said, if everyone else is talking about him, meaning the coming of the last messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he also confirmed all these other prophets has, exist before, then it answered my burning question. And Jesus was never God. He was just a human being. He was the messenger of Allah.
So how do you guys met?
I met him on the day I say my Shahada.
How long have you guys been married?
Coming 6.
6 years. 6 years. Okay. How is it being married, living with each other as reverts all this while? How does it feel?
It's horrible. I think being a couple, it's just like any other couple. It's the same. The best part is we know what we want in our life. We know the path that we want for our children, for ourselves, and we always support each other in doing the things for the sake of Allah, for dunya and akhirah.
What's your favorite part in Ramadan?
For me, it's like a yearly reminder. You will actually wanted to be closer to Allah, and you will strive to be a better person. And it could be the last Ramadan for ourselves.
In the month of Ramadan, I get more fresh air, because Muslims don't smoke during the daytime. Alhamdulillah. Can you imagine if after Ramadan all the Muslims quit smoking? Remember, the Prophet ﷺ has never started something good and leave it after that. He would always continue. So as a Muslim, it is a reminder for all of us. If we stop smoking in the month of Ramadan, we should stop. If you start picking up the book of Allah in the month of Ramadan, after that continue.
Thank you for sharing your experience. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.